Sharp looks, but I'm not sure you want to go through airport security wearing these. Stay tuned for my review of the all-out Terra Ice. The all-out Terra Ice is Merrell's winter-focused trail running shoe. It comes in a range of sizes, but only one width, and 3 different colors for the men's model and 4 for the women's model. Key features of this shoe are the fact that it's waterproof, it's got Vibram bottom soles, and features tungsten carbide spikes on the bottom for grip on ice and snow. The shoe features 6 millimeters of drop from the back to the front and has a 24 millimeter stack height. Now 6 millimeters of that is the tread itself, and the rest is the cushioning, so you've got around 16 millimeters of cushioning. Now another thing I noticed right away about this shoe is the insole. They feature what they call their Trail Protect pad. So on the front you'll see this hard blue plastic which prevents anything from the bottom hurting your foot, which gives the overall insole a fair bit of weight and stiffness, but that's probably not bad when it comes to winter because it should also insulate you from the ground underneath your feet. There are a couple reflective highlights on the shoes, including the back here and on the laces on the front. You'll notice the front of the toe features, they call it a carbon toe, but in essence it's just a nice wraparound rubber on the front, which will protect your toes from impact and also make them longer lasting. I've had other shoes with carbide spikes on the bottom, and I've got to say they're really good for running all the way from fall through to the spring. The reason why is in the fall you might have a lot of mud and leaves, and when they're wet they get very slippery. So these deep treads will help you grip into that mud, and if you start slipping, the carbide tips will always bite into whatever is underneath your foot. In that respect, it's great to have this kind of shoe for running to prevent rolling your ankle in the fall running season. Now, although the shoes don't come with their own gaiters, I have found that using a small set of gaiters is pretty practical on these shoes. You can clip the front very easily on that lace on the front and then tie it up around the back. Unfortunately, I haven't had the heavy ice and snow to test these around here yet, but that won't stop us from going out into the mud and the water and to try these out. So as far as real-world testing goes, I found the shoe fit my foot quite nicely. The toe box is a little narrower than the all-out rushes that I tried before, and I found that more conducive to running. The cushioning underfoot is great and is such so that you don't feel the carbide spikes at all. The laces stayed nice and tight throughout my run, and that's thanks to the flat laces that they use. The grip itself was really great in mud and soft stuff, but I learned the hard way that of course it is not enhanced on wet, slippery rocks. The waterproofing was effective, but I'd say if you ever go over your ankles, you might be in trouble because the shoe will fill up. For that reason, I think it would be good in packed snow, but not necessarily water crossings. As far as snow goes, this is where the shoe really excels. When I was running uphill, downhill, and cross on snow and ice, there was no problem. I felt good bite and never slipped once. Finally, some people have remarked that they find the heel is a bit loose, but I find if you use the top hole on the shoe, that'll help lock your heel in better and you won't have that sensation of your heel pulling out of the shoe. Well, that does it for my review of the Merrell All Out Terra Ice. For more information on this and all the products, head to merrell.ca.